Hey there, signs of Sagittarius. This is Kim here to do your next 3-day messages. I hope you're doing good. We're going to see what Spirit has to say for you today. Spirit and the angels. So, right before I sat down to do this, though, I saw 1, 2, 3 on my coffee maker. 1, 2, 3. So even the combination of 1, 2, 3 being on a coffee maker is significant because it's currently making coffee. And I got the idea that 1, 2, 3 meant ready, set, go for you. So there's something here about that. And that's like something's brewing. Something's brewing. So let's see, and thank you for being here from wherever you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from if you feel like it. I love to read that. I also just love to read your comments. At this point, I recognize quite a few of your YouTube names. Okay. The bridge, the warrior, and the forest. That's interesting. Okay, I'm going to get the alchemy deck too, because there's some sort of passageway being opened up here, and maybe we'll get some more action or something that tells me what this bridge is about. It's obviously going to get you from a place of feeling like the forest. It's not confusion. It's just dark in the forest. There's a lot to navigate, and there's a lot of things that are unknown and that we don't see. And at times, if we're not, if there's no trail here in the forest, we could say that it can feel like maybe we're having to pave our own way in some way. And there could be a feeling of loss, but I'm not associating it with something like negative, bad. Like, when your soul finds itself in this lifetime, what that feels like is what I'm getting from this forest. So the bridge, there's significant healing that has been done with your inner child. If you can see on that card, it's very emotional for one thing. We have all the colors of the spectrum here. So we have a little hand, and it's outreaching the bigger hand, and it's telling me that there's a connection between you and your inner child, that now that something is healed, now that something, maybe a fear or block, I don't know, something was healed, released, something that you did has provided now a bridge for a different possibility. And I feel like this forest energy gave you that opportunity to find missing parts of your inner child, of who you really are to the core, and bringing that with you too, with a lot of healing. So now you're this divine warrior with a cause, right? That card is somebody that fights or deals with spiritual warfare, perhaps, or has felt like they've come to a point where there's something to fight for. There's purpose here. And there's just this absolute of knowing of you're not quitting. You have something definitely worth fighting for here. Copper. Oh, interesting together for sure. Because the golden rose is a card that means the sacred secret. Something that gets unlocked. I feel like this is an energy because the reddening card, sometimes it can be interpreted as like something's getting you, you're making your blood boil. This can even be a topic that you're just very passionate about, that brings about a lot of emotions. It might be what the warrior is fighting for. Like the reason, the energy behind it is from this reddening card, but it's a build up to a certain point. And when it got to a certain point, it provided some sort of fuel for the sacred secret to be unlocked, which can be a very big spiritual gift or ability that's coming online. Something to help you be in this warrior archetype, help you fight the fight, whatever it is. It's like the good fight, it feels like. So I don't think it's anger as much as I think it is like there's going to be a need to do something or to incorporate this into your purpose, into what you're fighting for. So you definitely have something that's coming that your ancestors, your spirit guides have like set up for you with that golden rose. It's meant to be activated at a certain time. Perhaps the reddening card is the trigger. You know. Okay, so what we're going to do is take a look at the next 3-day energies to see how the energies are kind of unwinding here, or no, I should say how they're starting up. So it's like a a build-up of energy to ready, set, go. Also, timing, sacred secret and timing, they're intertwined in this realm. Queen of Cups, intuitive, emotionally very, they're connected, easy to talk to. They have a lot of either compassion or maybe empathy. There's something here about the role of the therapist, the role there. That would be like a mentor or somebody. Could be someone that helps out with self-care, health, your health of your mind. If this is you, then you're doing something really good for yourself by being in the Queen of Cups, because it's really loving yourself. Showing yourself self-love and self-compassion. Black Widow on the bottom. That's kind of a big energy. It's a big energy to be there, right? It's something that you would want to fight or defend off of yourself. Let me read it to you. Black Widow says, betrayal, warning, twisted, turncoat, cunning, danger, toxic situation or relationship, a web of control, entrapment, unexpected attack, insidious, poisonous, or low vibration. Okay, we'll have to get more messages on that, but let's move forward. Day 1 has the 8 of Cups here with the Page of Cups. Another 8 and the Person of Fire, which is your sign on here, right? So this is you, the trend-setting leader, confident, visionary, catalyst, energetic, entrepreneur, sexy, outgoing, creative, ruthless, courageous, strong-willed. And then the Blinders. I don't feel like you've been ignoring a situation, or that you couldn't see something. I don't necessarily think it's that. I think this Blinders card is a little bit more about needing to, like with the 8 of Cups, needing to find a path that leads you to your happiness and self-fulfillment. We're really focused on finding that path and blocking out distractions by the way of cutting energetic cords. So cutting our attachments emotionally to those things that are not in alignment with what you're focused on. And what you're focused on, I think, is this Page of Cups, because that is the fresh new start in something that you're really going to love. It is usually a message that you get, email, phone call, something that comes in that lets you know that there's this new start. Sometimes the Page of Cups is a new beginning, or ready, set, go, like the beginning of a relationship, a job, a career. This one is showing like somebody that really loves their job, So new start with that. The costume designer is what it says. Something to do with design possibly here also, just because of that. We'll go back and get clarification on that. Let's go ahead and, for the people that just want to see the 3 days, let's do that first. Oh, I have completion here. And also satisfying work completion for some of you all. Like, if that has been the issue, I think you're going to have some sort of mile marker here met. This is also bringing together all of the ones, you know, all the two, the ace, the 2, the 3 of 1. So you can expect focus on your alignment for what you have planned and been preparing for. Even if you're in hermit mode, well, especially if you're in hermit mode and there's actually nothing going on except a lot of self-reflecting and healing that's happening, then there is a lot of major completions that lead you to the right path. And that right path is the 4 of Wands. I believe that's why those two are together. If you're wanting like a very literal thing of what the 4 of Wands can represent, could be that we've been in a period of doing things on our own for a while, or we feel even if we were in a relationship, like we may have been still kind of very alone because of the vibration. It could be that it was a lower vibration or didn't heal and change with us, with our changes, right? So it can be like that type of alone, but it's actually now bringing you into that area where you're going to be having different partnerships, different alliances made, maybe new marriages for some, new commitments here. It's a new path. Big things such as purchasing a house, purchasing a car, graduating, all of those things. Like something is, you're going to be very proud of yourself for something that you complete, especially the things that are aligned with your path, your purpose, and what you're here to fight for. Yeah, 888 in your reading. Shooting star, quick action, wish granted, rare, falling, moment in time. This is like a burst of, to me it feels like a burst of something really big coming in. Like the star that you wished on is manifesting, and it's happening kind of fast is what I get with this. Like you will be dazzled here. And it does say very likely. So there is a completion. There is success. There is something that's going to be a wish granted for you. With that card, very likely, something is very likely to occur. Let's see what your day 3 is. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Magician. Oh my goodness. Who wouldn't want a crazy good, powerful combination like that? That's big. That's really big. When you know, everybody has the ability to tap into the Magician. But what if there was a certain point in your life that had to come to a certain turning point, a certain season, and when it was time, something got unlocked. And you see, these even look like 4 wands to me on this card. Does it not look like a 4 of wands up there? So what it is tying in your manifestation abilities with the sacred secret and something that's unlocked because it's a specific time. And it's amazing that you can create whatever you want. Now you have more tools. You have more assistance. Something is more powerful with what you're manifesting right now. Your mind, perhaps. The clarity of mind, thought. Nice. The Sapphire is a really, 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 really nice card to get. It says mental force, spiritual insight, hope and faith, wise judgment, power and strength, kindness, life of the party, extroverted, motivate, precious, valued, holy, divine favor, and revered. And you notice I read every single one on that card because that card means that much. Like it really is a big card. Spiritually, I feel like there's so much advancement here. I feel like this Wheel of Fortune, I see the wheels turning in this person's head. He's interesting. He's got the same position that the Hermit has. The Hermit's lighting the light, though. That's the star to the Hermit. That's the Hermit figuring out what is it that I really want to achieve, Or what is it that I really want to experience next? What lights my fire? He figured that part out, because that was like a step one. No, step one was emotionally leaving behind the things that didn't serve you anymore, that were actually to your detriment or ruin. So that was step one. Step two was the introspection, the hermit stage. And then you found that fire, you found that spark, you figured out what it was that you were fighting for in life. And here comes the magician with the wheels turning in the head, because now you have this strong spiritual sight that you are precious, you are revered. There is something here that wants to help you, assist you on this next new wheel, the next new spin. So I have more people, alliances coming in, symphony. When you think about it, it is the great symphony here anyway. And so this is about creating harmony and synergy, co-creating with others, assembly, organized structure, contribute, a team, perform, display, cohesion. So, yep. So now we're going to clarify the Eight of Cups and the Page of Cups. The Hermit. Right next to the Hermit. You have another Hermit. This is just an interesting imagery. I love the zombie tarot. The artwork is just so like pulp. I love it. This person's reading a book and they have a box of chocolates with them too. There's a lot of people trying to get in at this hermit to maybe even disrupt the hermit's peace. And she's just like, no, you're not going to. And so this is going off away on your own somehow. Somehow you did that. Sometimes we can do that in our mind anyway, when, you know, you think of those times where you're present but not really. You were probably daydreaming, or you'd already been disconnected from a situation, you know. So it might be something like that too. Yeah, okay. So some of you all could have had a vacation or trip that was recent, that was in the forest, or had something to do with the wilderness in order to disengage and get away. May have not been like a vacation, may have been like a day thing or 2-day thing or something like that. We also have a lake or a picture of a body of water here with the bridge and the emerald. Ace of Cups and the Devil. It's the Devil coming out, and then the Ace of Cups here on the bottom. So it can be some sort of new loving. Both of these, the start to something loving, and then the Ace of Cups is that opportunity that comes in. And it can be like something that makes you very happy, makes your cup overflow with. Okay, so the Devil here, let's just be honest. The Devil I see connected to some sort of confusion or distraction. Nine of Pentacles on the bottom. I'm going to pull that out because some sort of new opportunity is also associated with you getting some lump sum of money. So maybe that has to do with starting a job or something that has, like, that's the payout, or it could be a win. I mean, it really can. It can be some big things. But so we'll have to get into the Devil here, because I think they're really telling us what it is that you've overcome was the Devil energy that was causing some sort of confusion in our life. And I definitely think that's going to be different for everyone, because fear and confusion comes from different places. They're even rooted in different things. And like I said, with that bridge card, we have this little hand making a bridge to the big hand, because there had to have been something that you overcame that was really hard. It was either to stay safe and not do anything out of fears, or what you could fear would happen. That could be a fear that holds us back, or confusion of an addiction or a vice, or something that we were doing to keep ourselves constantly distracted. You could even be talking about materialism or overconsumption here with this. And it was needing some clarity, like we're needing some type of clarity of thought, of mind. I want to tell you that I really think that's an influence, though, on you, that you have in transition to overcome. It connects to the shooting star, which means quick action, wish granted. The moment that you broke free from the bondage that the Devil card can sometimes give us. That is the Black Widow, isn't it? Yeah, it's saying danger. There was something that was causing us not to see clearly, but now you do, and now it's like it's like something has opened up the floodgates here with this Nine of Pentacles. Like something that you overcome opens up a huge block. Like something was just building up, and it gets out. These can also be people in our life, so let me not touch on that. It does say toxic person or relationship. It can be that too. So you have victory over this. You have completion. It's already foretold here. You do this. You're able to do this because you love yourself, Queen of Cups. So this hugely powerful energy of the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. Is there anything you can add to that? I don't know, guys. That's pretty good. That's pretty good the way it is. Add some moon to it. Oh, and the Hierophant. Interesting. So there might be this very divinely guided connection coming in. Some of you are going to resonate with changes coming into your life because of stepping into some sort of spiritual role as a teacher or guide, a mentor, reader, something like that. And you would fit into this. I don't even want to say it like that. That doesn't even sound right because I never want you to really to fit into. It's like a different role, but this is divinely guided. Let's say, okay, connection with God, very strong, very high. For most of you, though, that is going to represent some sort of relationship that leads to marriage, okay, and serious commitments, or a job that pays very well that is going to be, there's some sort of commitment or contract associated with it. A different kind of contract than the one that the Devil would have to offer. This one would be good. The moon is the changes. They're mysterious. You do hold some sort of success here in, or the key to your success is in your intuition. Maybe in your dream state. Maybe when you're able to tap into, unconscious. When you're able to go deeper into how you feel more and more. You're just learning more and more. I don't know. You feel like you have the key here to these changes. But they are coming. It might be kind of mysterious to you. But I think the reading is saying that once you beat this Devil, you unlocked the new level. All right. So get that hermit time in if you need to. It will be very beneficial for you. Angel number, message, and then let me close off by letting you know if you need a private reading, the information is in the description box below. And thank you for watching this. Yeah, well, the moon said changes, didn't it? So make sure we're keeping good thoughts. I didn't see anything in your reading that was saying that your thoughts were getting to you. So, in fact, I was getting clarity of your thoughts. So maybe they're saying just continue, 66. Having faith here that the universe will provide while you're manifesting your inner desires. So I guess this card is here about teaching yourself unconditional love. I feel like it's self-unconditional love and compassion, at least for right now, for what you're manifesting. It's extremely important, and it brings in new things. Then I am positive. 555 says a major shift is about to come into your life experience and change your path's direction. Be open and stay positive. I am optimistic. So that's what I have for you guys. I'm sending you love and light. Bye.